Lately, I've been noticing this trend.
Things you'll only understand if you grew up in the 90s. Fast food restaurants were so different back then. McDonald's had toys that were quality. Subway had sub club stamps. Wendy's had a fancy salad bar. Burger King had a kids club. Taco Bell had a talking chihuahua. And all the food was super cheap.
Personally, I can relate. Some of my fondest memories came from Pizza Hut deliveries, Blockbuster rentals, and weekend excursions playing GoldenEye, fighting over who got to play as Odd Job. If you know, you know. This rose-colored view of the past goes deeper than nostalgia. Instead, it's a symptom of grief. The question is, what are we grieving? Hi, I'm Jay. Stick around and I'll explain it. Some might say that the 90s felt simpler. That can be for a number of reasons. For one, if you're a millennial or zillennial, you were a child. There weren't any bills to pay, no responsibilities. If you wanted to play with friends, you rode your bike to their house, no play dates required. Even as adults, information moved at a human pace. If you wanted to talk to someone, you had to actually call them. If you missed something, you just missed it. It didn't care if you did. There wasn't a constant sense that you were behind, uninformed, or failing to keep up. Then social technology like high-speed internet, social media, and smartphones entered the fray. Though it brought convenience, it also changed how we relate to each other. Long-distance phone calls to relatives turned into a Facebook status post. What about our day-to-day interactions? We used to talk about our weekends with coworkers the following Monday. But now, a simple, highly curated IG post does the trick. No need to ask how the weekend went when you already know. In other words, if I want to know how you're doing, I'll just look at your profile. These days we know everything and yet nothing. Our brains didn't evolve for endless input. They evolved for community, presence, and rhythm. So when everything becomes faster, louder, and always on, something inside us starts to feel ungrounded. That's where the grief comes in. If we're being honest with ourselves, the 90s weren't as great as we make it out to be. It was full of tragedy, violence, and injustice, same as it always has been. So what is it that we're really grieving? We're grieving the loss of a world that felt more personal, but instead of saying we miss connection, we call it nostalgia. A longing for a world where identity wasn't performed, attention wasn't monetized, and relationships weren't filtered through screens. A world where we could speak to one another, be ourselves, without being labeled cringe. But here's the good news. That connection your soul's looking for isn't in the past. Let me explain. In the book of Genesis, God created man. Through our disobedience, we were separated from him. But God didn't look back at his creation with nostalgia because he had a plan to draw us back into relationship with him. And that plan was Jesus. You see, Jesus took on the sin of man, died on the cross, and resurrected on the third day so that whoever will believe in him will not perish, but have eternal life. In other words, total connection, rhythm, and communion with our Creator. So, before you wish for things to be the way they were, consider the possibility of what things could become. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you'll like this next one. Until next time, remember, there's an explanation for everything. Let's find it together. I'll see you at the next one.